Gotta get all gussied up for you people. Yes, sir. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. How are you doing today? Nice to have you all here, Mrs. Chris's World. You're looking lovely as ever today. How's Mr. Chris's World doing? Ron, good morning, good morning. Junkyard, nice to have you here. Speak of the devil, here he comes. Hey, like they always told me there, Junkyard, you better hope you're in heaven at least a couple hours before the devil finds out. That's right. Not saying I'm a bad person. I'm not a bad person. I'm a good person. I'm a great person. So, got a bunch of stuff to do today. Got to go do some shopping for tomorrow. Um, After I get done, I got to take my air hose down to the basement and put my air nozzle. So, got got to put my air nozzle down through the lint trap and stuff and blow that all out. I'm having some trouble. It keeps bringing up the signal that the lint dryer, the lint catcher is full, and you clean it out, and it still keeps saying it. So I gotta blow that out. I think I got some wet lint in there that got stuck to something, and it's the sensor. So I'm blowing that. You gotta blow that all out and see if that works. So if not, I guess I'll take me a cutting torch and cut off the front of it and see what's going on. So. They say surprise is a good defense. Yeah, it is. So, um, good morning there, Wisconsin Greg. Nice to have you here. So, thanks for the comment on my beef stew tips. So, I tell you what, man, that stuff was delicious. I couldn't believe how great it turned out. Really, uh, it really did turn out good. Idaho Hillbilly Mountain Junkyard Sales YouTube. So Idaho Hillbilly just put out a video. Imagine that. Huh. Well, he's getting earlier. He's getting them set out at 6:30. So it used to be 7:30. Good morning, Kelly Paulson. How are you? You didn't have to retract it. I know what you were saying. Nice to have you here. You're looking lovely as ever. I ended up doing those two products reviews that I had to do. Um, I did those this morning while everybody was in bed sleeping, so it was nice and quiet. I got one put up. The other one I'll wait till tonight to put up because it's a 4.5 minute one and it takes a while. It'll take about an hour. So if nobody's running anything on the internet, so I'll do that tonight. Get that one put up. So just waking up. You got Folgers in your cup, huh? Hmm? Do you? Do you? I've been up since about 4:20, so a little over 2 hours. No, I ain't stretching time. I'm telling you, I got up at 4:20. So, and it's 6:35 a.m. right now. So I'm doing great, Kelly. So, still having some problems, man. I'm telling you. I don't know what it is, but my guts are all torn apart from that California medley. I mean, I love broccoli. I do, and it's tearing me apart. I don't know what happened. You wiped out, went to bed at 1:30. I was getting up to go to the potty about that time there, Ron. I can't. I stopped live streaming like at 9:15 last night because I wasn't feeling good, and there's only a few people in there, so I stopped it because I wasn't feeling good. So I went in there and tried to lay down, and I just laid there. Uh, my stomach was hurting. I did finally go to sleep, and I woke up at 1:30, and I woke up at 3 o'clock, and then at 20 after 4, I got back up again because it was just one of them things. Oh, why you got broccoli on your pizza? I mean, oh, you were live at the greens again? You're burning the candle at both ends there, Ron. So I love broccoli. I'm telling you, it just does not like me, and I don't care. I'll eat it still, but it doesn't like me. Um, Broccoli and cauliflower, and I like them both. I've always liked them, even when I was a kid. You know, so Oprah pizza. Oh yeah, yeah. I see that where half the 25% of the crust is made out of cauliflower or something. I well, I would like that pizza, but being since it's got that first little four letters on it, OPRA, I would never buy it because of that reason. I detest that woman and the very fabric that she even exists. I detest. I've never been able to like Oprah. I've never been able to stand Oprah. And I think Oprah, when she come out and said that old people should die because that would get rid of racism, you know, then doesn't that sound like that's kind of racist myself? I believe so. Um, she's just privileged, and that's what it is. And you know, and here's another thing. Hey, Oprah, if you're listening, you should be paying Weight Watchers back everything that they paid you because it's not working for you. You've been on Weight Watchers for 20 years, and you weigh more now than you did when you started. So, just a little program, just a little product endorsement right there. So, uh, that's right. Start sharing it all over. So there's a lot of people that like her, but I just don't. I'm sorry. So, yeah, it's going in for reverse for her. Yeah. Yeah, and it's pretty bad. Even her boyfriend of 20 years won't even marry her. So there's got to be something wrong. Then again, why buy the cow when you get the cow for free? I'm not talking about milking the cow. And I'm a fine one to talk, but at least I'm not, I'm not doing what she's doing. So, you know, uh, she should never back up in her car. Why? Because she'll hear two reverse beepers, one on her and one in her car. Yes, I did see that where Sheila Jackson was given an envelope to the lawyer. Huh. MD Outdoors. Good morning, man. How are you doing? Hopefully, you're doing great today. Ghost Rider, nice to have you here. So, I don't know if you guys didn't see it or not, but let me uh, let me go find it real quick, and I will show it to you. I actually shared it. Okay. Now you guys got to watch this. That's Sheila Jackson right there. Now watch this. Here we go. Did you see that? Look at it right there. See that envelope? Pow. There you go. Huh. Now, this is just me talking, but doesn't she look like the hippo from the Backyardigans? Just saying. Watch the cartoon, The Backyardigans, and see if she doesn't look like the hippo from the Backyardigans. And I wonder what is in that envelope. Bunch of shady dealing going on right there, isn't it? Yes, sirree, Bob. And here's another thing. This poor kid's just ruined his political career forever. Look at that. See that? He just ruined his own political career. That will haunt him for the rest of his life. 40 years from now, when he's running for Congress, they'll bring up that video and he'll never be elected. Poor kid. So, okay, I'm coming back. I hope you found that all amusing. I thought it was pretty cool. All right there, Greg, you have yourself a great day. Yeah. You liked my video on the stew tips? That's good. I'm glad you liked that there, Ghost Rider. Yeah, I wonder what was in that envelope. I do. Why would a senator specifically walk over to another lawyer and hand them an envelope? Now, there's either money in that envelope or information on something else in that envelope. And I damn sure don't believe it was an invitation to a party because the envelope flap was open. So they can say what they want, but that's some crooked, shady crap going on right there. And it was caught on video. Yeah, all that stuff I missed when I was a kid. Aussie Off Grid, how you doing? Nice to have you here. So, good morning, Big Steve. Nice to have you here. But if you guys are on my Facebook, go to my Facebook, look for that video, and post it to your Facebook. Get this out. That's, that is some shady, crooked stuff. They can say all they want. Oh, it was just, a letter. Bull. If it was a letter, she wouldn't have been hiding it to begin with and then sneaking it on the down low. That's exactly what she did. And I bet the Backyardigan hippo didn't think she was going to get recorded. And I've never liked that woman because she is absolutely one of the dumbest women. Excuse me. I don't want to say woman. She is absolutely one of the dumbest persons besides Hank Thomas that I've ever seen in politics. Everything is oppression. We've been oppressed. She said that they have been oppressed for over 400 years. Over 400 years. Well, that would make it, 400 years. So this is 2018. So that'd make it 1618. Huh. 1618. I don't remember anybody being oppressed there. I wasn't there. Was you? I don't know how she was oppressed. But and then Hank, if you guys get a chance, Google Hank Thomas in Guatemala tipping over. I'm telling you, it'll be the funniest thing you've ever seen. Terry Walker, good morning. Nice to have you here. Good to see you. Hank Thomas was, they had Secretary of the Navy or Secretary of Defense or something there, and they were doing a congressional hearing or whatever about Guatemala making it, making a base there or something. I can't remember what it was about, or just, putting some more soldiers on Guatemala. She's that old, that's right. Yeah. Yeah, she's that old. And no wonder Social Security is broke. Anyways, good morning, Written in Blood. Nice to have you here. Hank Thomas asked the Secretary of Defense at the time, if we put 5,000 soldiers on the island of Guatemala, will it tip over? Basically, I don't know how the guy held a straight face, because if it had been me, I'd have looked right at him. I don't care if he was a senator. I'd have looked right at him square business and said, are you the most retarded person in this room or what? I shouldn't say retarded. Are you the most stupidest person in this room? You have to be to believe that if you put people on solid ground that it's going to tip over. What do you think? An island floats? This guy is a retard. So, and hey, I'll find it for you. I have no problem looking for it. Let's see. It's in YouTube. Oh, I'm sorry. It's not Hank Thomas. It's Hank Johnson. Hank Johnson. Okay. And here we go. Let me. Huh. It looks like they took it off. And it wasn't Guatemala, it's Guam. Okay.
That at its widest level location, it's being one shore and the other.
Okay.
4 miles, if I recall.
He doesn't.
Place on the island and about on the widest part of the island. My fear is that.
Right here. Let me share this now. I can only play like 15 seconds at a time, so I didn't want to play too much of it.
The whole island will become so overly populated that it will tip over and capsize.
Ba-da-boom! What an idiot!
We don't anticipate that the wrong pop.
And just think, people, they voted for him. Yeah, they voted for this idiot. Yeah, no. He's a flat earther, that's right. I'm doing good, Written. I'm doing good. So, how are you doing today, Terry? Nice to see you here. So, Aussie, if you're still here, nice to have you here. But, yeah, Guam. Excuse me, I thought it was Guatemala. I'm sorry. Hank Johnson, Guam. All you got to do is type that into YouTube and you can watch it. This guy's a total idiot. And Sheila Jackson's just as smart as he is. So, that was the Secretary of the Navy, or Secretary of Defense. He had to be kind of, nonchalant because, what are you going to do? Tell a senator that they're an idiot? Well, I would. It doesn't matter to me. I would flat ass tell him, hey, you're about the stupidest guy I ever talked to. Just for you saying that, everybody in this room is dumber. Just like Adam Sandler. So, yeah, we don't anticipate that. Yeah. Well, what's he going to say? It was probably the only thing he could say without laughing, because I'd have laughed. So, yeah, I'd have laughed my honey off. So, but he don't even understand what he was even talking about. At its whitest level, what does whitest level mean? I don't know. Yeah. And people voted for that moron. So I don't know if he's still in or not, but if he is, they're still voting for him. So. So how's everybody this morning? Hopefully doing great. Rinda's World, good morning. So are you driving topless on your golf cart, or is your golf cart topless? I have no idea. I can check it out real quick for you. Representative from Georgia's 4th Congressional District, serving since 2007. DeKalb County, a county east of Atlanta. That explains it right there. No, I'm not. I'm just kidding. No, but he is from Georgia. So, yeah. And I don't know when he done that, but they got a thing here. Hank Johnson on his Guam comments. And there's also a thing that says the congressional hits, and this is best of Hank Johnson. So I bet that's probably worth watching right there. So. Yeah, I just want to know so you don't ever get. Hey, that's pretty cool there, Renda. Might as well get a shower in. That's right. So take your towel and some shower to shower, and then when you're done, a sprinkle a day. So, mainly Atlanta, I guess. Yeah, DeKalb County, wherever that's at. So. Good morning, Gene Chambers. Nice to have you here. Is the missus around, Gene? Because I'd like to explain how that window got busted out of the back of the pickup. Oops. 21 days to your wedding. Wow. Congratulations. So does that mean in 21 days you're going to unlock the groom and then pull him out of his cage and then marry him, or is he doing this willingly? Jerry Walker. I thought you left. I didn't know. So glad you're still here. So you're going to have a nice October wedding. That's going to be cool there, Brenda. You gonna have a bunch of pumpkins and stuff around when you do it? It's 21 days. That'll be what, around the 15th or so, something like that. He's not kicking and screaming, not yet at least, huh? You're lurking and drinking coffee. Hey, that's okay. That's okay. I'm talking and drinking coffee. So that's after the yeah, that's after the wedding, kicking and screaming. Your 20th, okay, all right. 23 days? Hell, I don't know. So, yep. Well, welcome, Chris's World. I seen Mrs. Chris's World was in here. If she's still here, did she bow out? Oh, nice to have you, Chris's World. Oh, well, congratulations, Brenda. And that's probably what he thinks too. You are. No, no, I didn't say Carroll, DeKalb County, Georgia. DeKalb County, Georgia. That's Hank Johnson's uh, um, district where he is a representative for him. Well, that's cool.
I need to talk.
Well, thank you, sweetheart.
Shut up.
Shut up. No. She made me coffee. I have to hurry up and get some before she knows I get it. No, I told her to empty the basket and I'd make coffee when
You want to whisper?
no,
You want to run your mouth?
oh no.
I think that is hurt.
Uh, I said empty the coffee basket and I will make coffee when it's empty. Well, I didn't get to the coffee maker yet because I still have coffee in mine. And so she said I made coffee. Yeah, timestamp 6:59. So, Junkyard says, "Good morning, Kathy." Um, well, Gene, maybe we should look up and see who's the representative from Carroll County that's an idiot from Georgia, because this one definitely is an idiot from DeKalb County. So, Do. Let's see. Johnny Isaacson, Isakson. Let's see. That's who it says. I ain't for sure, but it also says Brian Best. Hell, I don't know. Backwoods Billy Craft Beer. How are you doing? I haven't seen you in a long time, man. I'm on every morning, 6:30 till about 9:30, Monday through Friday. Saturday, Sunday. It depends if we have a hot dog event. If we have one, and then in the morning I don't do one, but usually it's 7:30, 8 o'clock on Saturday and Sunday. Depends what time we get up. Yeah, that's right. You just left the gym at McDonald's, eating breakfast after the gym. Went to Walmart shopping. I get more done before most people wake up. You're just like the Army. Do more before 9 a.m. before most people do. Now, if I read that right, now I'm just saying, if I read that right, you were in the playhouse at McDonald's. The jungle gym in McDonald's or whatever? Is that where the gym is? I'm just kidding, Billy. I'm just kidding. I was sicker than a dog for about a month, Billy. I understand it. I don't know what it was, but I had a bad sinus infection that just brought me down so bad I couldn't even function. That's funny, Gene. It was me. You'd have had a pot of coffee. Yeah. The gym's at McDonald's. Play it in the play gym. Yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, did you video any of the Walmart people? I mean, allergies were bad this year. The best come out after dark, yeah. I read in a newspaper clip one time, somebody was writing, they don't dress up to go to, Big Lots or whatever. Like, it's not like they're going to Walmart. I said, no, wait a minute. Have you ever seen the people at Walmart? Ooh, yeah. And not the type to mention any names. Well, I'm glad you're not mentioning any names. So, well, being the coffee's done, I better go get some. And the quiet person I am. That's right. Well, I made 2 pots and got 1 cup. So, you like to watch them from the parking lot? What?
2 pots. You got 1 cup. Look at the size of your cup. And not only that, excuse me, what time did you get up?
4:20.
Yeah. Well, nobody else was even up or around. So now go figure. Quit your lying. Right.
No, either Powerhouse or Planet Fitness, depending on body parts. I'm working out. It probably is the best time. Yeah, the senior coffee and a sandwich, I understand that. By the way, for all you people that are here that didn't hear it, Sunday night I'm gonna go to the Dollar Tree. I'm gonna take $20 with me. They need a spit and a little bender. That's right. I'll be at Walmart in my Captain Underpants outfit and Jim slap them. But Sunday I'm going to the Dollar Tree and I'm gonna take $20 with me, and I'm gonna go grocery shopping, and I'm gonna put a bunch of stuff in the cart, and then I'm gonna see what I got, see what I can make with it, and then if I don't think I can use it, I'll take it back out of the cart and find something else. But I'm gonna try to do 7 different dinners for one person for $20. So that's a dinner a day for a week. He's about to get it, Gene. Who's about to get it? Let me go get a cup of coffee. I'll be right back. There you go. That's pretty cool there, Billy. But anyways, I'm going to try to do that, and I think that's going to be something cool. The lovely Mrs. Kathy today, she is going to make potato soup, and I don't know, maybe she'll let me video her. I don't know, but if she does, I will have potato soup tonight for dinner, and if she lets me video it, then I'll put it up. So. I'd like to do a video of her doing it and put it on her YouTube channel. Yeah, the oldest loves the potato. I love the potato soup, but the oldest really loves it. Get 1 free. I get 2 for. Yeah, potato soup's good, man. No, don't make me wear it. It's hot. It's hot. Anyways, I bought 10 pounds of Polish kielbasa natural casing, 1/4 pound sausages the other day. And we got 40 in a box, and we used 18 of them, so I got 22 left. She's gonna take a few of them today, slice them up, and put them in the potato soup. And tomorrow I'm gonna take the rest and take them to a hot dog event, and I'm gonna sell them there. So. Like it better than a plain old baked tater? It is good. I'm telling you, it is good. So, huh? No, but I can get crackers today. Because I got to go to the store anyway. So I'll Country Market's got them on sale, so I'll buy them. I almost picked them up yesterday because they were on sale. I thought, heck, I had to get some. What about setting up at a local craft beer? I don't know. We don't know yet if there's going to be anybody if they're having any Oktoberfest here in the city. I got to get a hold of a craft beer place because um, I did a birthday or a 50-year celebration that a company was in business for 50 years. I did that Sunday. And across the street from me, where I was doing, they shut down the whole street. They had a rib guy there or a barbecue guy there. They had Mexican food. They had me, and then they had a shaved ice and also a craft beer. So you can get some peanut butter. I don't need no peanut butter. I got 20 some, probably 30 some jars downstairs there, junkyard. So, but anyways, they had homemade root beer, or creamsicle, or cream, yeah, cream soda, and orange creamsicle, and pop. And I tasted the root beer and the orange creamsicle, and it was great. But anyways, I got to get a hold of them and see if they're going to have an Oktoberfest because I will be all ready for it. How you like that, Billy? I do have a spigot out in the garage I got to put in this. Huh. That's pretty cool. Yep. I like it too. So. Oh, and Vienna's. Oh, I love Vienna's on crackers. Now you're talking, junkyard. Yeah. I know I'm a nerd. Ice cream and donuts. There we go. Do you like potted meat, junkyard? I like taking potted meat, get a piece of bread, put some butter on it, potted meat, salt and pepper, or not too much salt, but at least pepper. And then, oh, that's eaten. Oh yeah, yum yum. Potted meat with mustard, yeah. Yeah, I know. Kathy always follows me 10 to 15 feet behind me. Oh, yeah, or hot sauce, yep. Um, it's usually I follow her 10 to 15 feet behind her because the view is astronomical. You know, I hate to see her go, but I love to watch her leave. I know I have no dessert for me till your coffee patrol gets better. Seven, they're waiting for the gift. Oh, bull, you sit there and you hold my hand as we walk down the aisles and stuff. Ow, ow, owie, owie. Are you happy now? Timestamp that run. Oh, huh. Well, I haven't had sardines in so long. I haven't had sardines since I salt. Oh God, I haven't had sardines since I was probably 10. And I don't know. Once I found out they had the bones and stuff still in them, no, I just quit eating them. But I do have some filleted sardines downstairs in a can. They are filleted, so they're boneless. So, Steve, you need to wait 36 years. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why them little minnows are so high. Yeah, they got a lot of sodium in them. But I do have a couple of packages of filleted sardines downstairs just for the hell of it in the pantry. I should actually bring them up and eat them because I've had them a couple of years. So, oh, yeah, hit him, Kathy, see what happens. Yeah. We know exactly what will happen. You'll fall on the ground, and about 2 or 3 hours later, you'll wake up. And you'll say, damn, I ain't never going to do that again. Yeah, after 45 minutes of talking to the dog, they'll give Kathy a taser and drive away. Knock you out. That's funny. Good morning, B&J. Nice to have you here. Daryl Hopper. You're over here from Rick's channel. Picker Rick? Well, nice to have you here. I didn't get anything about Picker Rick being on. Or isn't it Picker Rick? I don't. Well, good morning, Daryl. Let me check your channel out. If I'm not a follower, we'll check your channel out and see what's going on. Yeah, 48. Uh, are you in the service, Daryl? Oh.
Here we go, guys.
I just showed you some channel other, Daryl. So. Making popcorn, grabbing the beer for a fight. There you go. That's pretty cool. Oh, okay. That's pretty cool. I just showed you some channel love, so I am a channel follower. I know you don't have any content, but you do have playlists on there, so that's pretty cool. So, and you are. That's good. That's good. Congratulations. Um, he is a brother in arms, so that's right. I love spam too, man. Slice that up and fry it. Oh, that's living. Yeah, one of the power right to the moon. Yeah, thank you for your service, Daryl. We're on here every morning, 6:30 a.m. Monday through Friday. Saturday, if I'm not doing, if we're not doing a hot dog event that weekend, then I'm here 7:30, 8 o'clock. Depends on what time I get up. And so same way with Sunday. I've never had the luncheon meat with vinegar. I've never had that. So, huh? That Budweiser sounds good. It's been aged in the same barrels that they had Jim Beam in it. That sounds pretty good. I wonder what the alcohol content is on it. You would think it would absorb some of the alcohol that was in the wood. So, let's see. Yeah, or beat up by his loving wife, in which case you might be live from the ER. That's right. That's cool, Gene. Oh, you sprinkle the vinegar on the bread. Okay, that's pretty cool. That's how your wife likes it too with vinegar. I've never heard of it, so I have to try that. What kind of vinegar? Balsamic vinegar, white vinegar, apple cider vinegar? Hmm, that sounds pretty cool. Alabama, Bushcrafter, good morning. Nice to have you here. How are you doing today? By the way, I remember I talked to him the other day, Tuesday or Monday, and he told me, I forgot that he even told me this, but he said he was going to send it out Thursday. So I haven't talked to him yet, so I will talk to him today, being today's Friday, and see if he sent it out. So head cheese, that's right. Okay, cider vinegar. Well, that sounds pretty cool. So, I put my wife loves vinegar on the French fries, regular malt vinegar on the French fries. I like I like malt vinegar on fish. So, huh? And she likes it on fish too. We used to have a Long John Silver's here in town, but they, huh? On French fries too. Oh, she likes it on spinach too, malt vinegar. But they closed, and huh? Malt vinegar, that's what it is. But she likes regular vinegar on spinach. So, but they closed the doors, and then they tore down the building, and now you got to go to Toledo to get Long John Silver's. So, and I knew they weren't going to be in business. Their drive-through PA system quit working, and they still stayed in business for like 2 years. They didn't fix it. So that told me the guy didn't have enough money to fix nothing. So, all right. Well, yeah, you can text. I can see you. Yeah. Daryl Hopper says malt vinegar and catfish is smoking. I bet that is. I like catfish. So, um, I like mayo on French fries too. So, I like the onion ring sauce at Burger King, but I don't like Burger King. I've been screwed over too many times by Burger King. Flame broiled. Yeah, sure it is. If it's fresh flame broiled, how come it tastes like it's been sitting in a cardboard box for 2 weeks? I don't understand it. No. Arby's has free pepper sauces. Are they great on? Oh, I bet they are. Chicken fried steak, gravy, good French fries, and Texas toast. That sounds good. Freedom fries, brother. Don't give Pitty the Pew credit for them. There you go. Um, I don't know. Can you hear me? Big glass of sweet tea with a slice of lemon. I ain't too. I ain't too big on sweet tea. Now you give me a big glass of damn near jet black iced tea. The stronger the better. I love it strong, and I'll drink it straight down. Sweet tea, not so much. So, good morning, Tammy Sprinkle. You're looking lovely as ever. Nice to have you here. I love some. We love some brewed tea here. Yeah. Good morning, Bobby Sprinkle. Nice to have you here. That's right. I'm going to tell you something that's out of this world, people. And next time we do it, I'm going to have to do a video because Mama makes the best fried liver and onions with gravy over boiled potatoes. That Yeah. Hmm. For you people that don't like liver, I feel sorry for you. For you people that love liver and are missing out on what Kathy makes, I feel sorry for you. So now my dad loved liver, but my dad would not eat liver unless it was burnt. It had to be crispy on both sides. And then he ate it with mustard. Well, I like liver, and it don't have to be burnt. And I like mustard on mine too. But I also love liver with gravy and the onions and potatoes. And I never had it until she and until we got together, and her mom actually made it for the first time. And man, that was excellent. And then Kathy started making it, and that was excellent. And when her mom moved in with us, we'd have it probably one time a month because her mom liked liver and onions, and so did I, and Kathy did too. So it was great, man. When I was growing up, I was the only kid that would eat liver. I'd eat chicken livers and all that. My mom would fry them up just for me. You know, nobody else would eat them. So salt pot, pat codfish, yeah. Well, that salt pat codfish you're supposed to soak for a long time to get the salt out of it, but I got some cod right now out in the freezer. I actually should do um, a what the walk video with that. So put some oil in my wok and deep fry it. So chicken livers used for fish bait. Yeah, that's good fish bait. Fried chicken livers and duck sauce. Never had it, but I bet that would be good. Now you're talking duck sauce, the Chinese duck sauce, that whatever that dipping sauce or whatever they call it. All right, there, B and J. You have yourself a great day, man. Be careful out there. We'll talk to you later. No. If you don't believe in cod, does that make you an atheist fish? Yes, it does. You need a alternative fish right. There you go. Yeah, I'll have to try that. Cotton seed meal, like a slab of, yeah, I remember that. I love fried gizzards too. Um, I think the best way to do them is you take the gizzards and you boil them, you parboil them for a little bit to soften them up, and then fry them. You know, put them in, coat them with some flour, salt and pepper, and then fry them. Good morning, Googler. Nice to have you here. Yep, there you go. Don't even know. It's for fish bait. Oh, so I tell you another thing fish like are dough balls. Get you some bread, roll it up in a ball, put it on the hook, and make it tight. And a lot of people And this may sound gross, but you spit on it before you cast it out. For some reason, the fish come jumping at it, man. Snapping turtles, muskrats here. Yeah. Well, we're all going to have to go to Kevin's house and do some fishing. And then clean the fish right there in his yard and leave the guts and all sitting there for him. That way he'll have a gentle reminder about what fishing's all about. Yeah, wineries. I make my own wine, backwoods. I make grape, white grape, apple. I've made watermelon, orange creamsicle, cranberry, sweet cranberry, and lemon. So, and by far, um, and I also make apple pie. You can mow over anything. There you go. It'd be good fertilizer for the lawn right there, Kevin. So. Now, do you got fish in your pond? Tina from Japan just went live. So, boy, it's kind of late for her. It's got to be midnight or close to it. You go crabbing? No, I have not made any blackberry because I use fruit juice to make mine, and lemonade or lemon, I use lemon concentrated juice. If I could find blackberry juice, I would. But it's kind of hard to find that. But you can make wine out of any 100% fruit juice. So that's probably where it's the best at, Junkyard. Catch it right there, light a fire, put a pan on the fire, skin it, or gut it, skin it, whatever you do, whatever you want to do to it, fillet it, throw it in the frying pan and cook it. I'm not so much of a fish person with the skin on it. A lot of people say, "Oh, you got to have that crispy skin." No, you can fillet it for me, and I'll just have the fillet. Yeah. Yeah, you get something that's almost dead, the crabs that come running for it. Same way with alligators. You get a rotten piece of chicken, man, they go right after that. But they do, because they are a bottom feeder. Lobsters are the same way. Crabs are the same way. They're the cockroach of the sea. That's all they are. Cockroach of the water. They go around picking the stuff off the bottom of the ocean floor. Don't play with the gators. That's right. Don't play with the gators. Well, that's pretty cool there, Daryl. I'd take some if you want to send it to me. You just leave a message on one of my well, here, I'll just give you my email. And if you are, if you really do, you don't have to do it today or whatever. You don't have to even send it today, or send a message or whatever. But if you ever feel like you want to send it to me, just give me an email, right there, And write, do not delete. Because I get so many emails. Just write, do not delete on it. And you know, if you really do want to send it or whatever, and you know, I don't care if you don't want to send it for 12 months. It don't matter to me. But if you do, like there's my Gmail account. You can send me a message and I'll send you my address. So, John Franco, good morning. How are you doing? Nice to have you here. That's what I hear there, Alabama. Deep fried gator is good. So, by the way, I was in the National Guards too, so you are a fellow brother in arms. So, like I said, thank you for your service. I appreciate everybody that's been in the service. Alabama Bushcrafter was in the service. I don't know how many other people that are in here that's been in. Junkyard, I think, was in the service. Calvin Helming, he was in the Salvation Army. I'm just kidding. Yeah, so. But seen Bama Grits last night for a little bit. She'll probably be in here a little later. And John Franco was. There's his NGDD 214. There you go. All right there, Gene. Someone had to hold the stapler. There you go. Yep. All right, man. Yeah. If it ain't raining, it ain't training. That's right. I tell you what, man. I used to do those road marches. It was in South Carolina. Everything's uphill. It doesn't matter where you're at. Everything is uphill. You can leave walking uphill, and when you come back, you're still coming uphill. So, used to do road marches, man. 5-mile or 15-mile road marches. And you'd start walking uphill. And when you come back, you were still walking uphill. They'd walk you all the way up that hill, all the way around, and when you come back, you'd walk right back up that same damn hill again. So, you got a 4-hour layover? That's funny. So, we never did the 25-mile because we just did it over on Tank Hill. And we would do the road marches. I mean, we would go clear out to the training fields and stuff like that and come back. And it would be so hot sometimes we would march to a training field and you'd sit there for 2 hours underneath, a roof, an open air roof, or open air building with a roof on it, waiting for it to cool down so you could walk back. And sometimes, they would do a weather report, and the heat would just keep going up and up and up. You was in Tank Hill? That's pretty cool. We would go out to those, buildings and stuff, and stay there, and they'd get a weather report for, saying like, for the next 5 hours, it's going to be, heat index is going to rise. So they'd end up having to call a cattle truck in, which is a semi with a cattle trailer with a bunch of benches in it, and they'd load you all up in there and bring you back. Jose, Fort Jackson for you too? Okay, that's pretty cool. Was you in Hollywood? The plane may tip over. Yeah. So, um, yeah, I was on Tank Hill, Charlie Company. So I used to go pick up them little girls. That's what we call them. Those are the people in Hollywood. They had air conditioning, pool tables, everything else. We had the 260 going. We had 2 fans and 60 windows open to keep it cool. So you went in at 17? Yeah. Yeah, Hollywood had air conditioning. You know, we had, when was you in, John? We had the wooden barracks, man. So, yeah, they still use them. They do, man. Yep, fans and dirt. That's right. We had the 260, 2 fans and 60 windows open. So, Victory Tower. '82 through '93. Well, I was in Fort Jackson. Oh, 82 and '83. Okay, I was there. I was there, John. Charlie Company. So, um, Hank Johnson is a representative. Okay. And he was talking about they were going to put 5,000 soldiers on the island of Guam. And he was asking the Secretary of Defense if they put 5,000 people, extra people on the island of Guam. You guys can look at this because it's on YouTube. Just search Hank Johnson Guam. But he said, are you afraid if you put that many people on the island that it will tip over, capsize? In St. Ramka, okay. Sergeant Bassett, Sergeant Bowers. Shit, I can't even remember half the other drill sergeants that were there. So we had a hell of a nice captain. I mean, this captain was cool as hell. And he felt sorry for us because when the command sergeant major come from the headquarters down, Sergeant Ramoka, okay, and he had Sergeant Jackson. When the command sergeant major would come down from the headquarters, over off in Hollywood, he would literally round us all up and get us the hell out of there. Because I'm going to tell you what, this was the meanest command sergeant major I had ever seen in my entire life. The meanest person I had ever seen in my entire life. 6'7", about 240 pounds. Meanest woman I had ever seen in my entire life. She come in and it would not, I'm not kidding. My witness. She'd come in and she would knock on the door. The captain's door. She'd knock on it. Turn the door handle. Wouldn't wait for him to say come in and kick the damn thing open. And when she come in, he stood up because he knew this woman wasn't taking no shit from nobody. And even though he outranked her, he was afraid of her. What's the worst? He can get her Article 15 if she kicked the shit out of him, put him in, and this woman was, I'm telling you, she was one of the meanest persons I had ever seen. And I'm not lying, man. You had to seen her. Yeah, so watch out for him, Daryl. That's right. No. Yeah. Yes, you need to do a live stream in the morning for me because I will be gone. Gone, 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 gone. Yeah, I'm not going to be here, man. So I got to be out of here. I got to be there at 8:30, so I'm leaving here at 7:30. Get down there, probably be down there 8:15. By the time I get set up, start getting everything warmed up, coffee made and stuff. Um, so, good morning, Picker. Oh yeah. Back in when I went, that was the last year they did self-defense, so it was pretty cool. Um, I was in there, and there was a Gone with or without the wind. That's right. Uh, they had a company of females there too, and we were sitting there, and I was walking by, and this drill sergeant, "Good morning, Bama Grits. You are the sunshine that opens the flower petals that make the bee gather the nectar to make the honey." By the way, I love that fingernail polish. That is some cute looking stuff there. And nice blouse. Did you do something different with your hair? You didn't do that stick biting? Yeah, well, we did that stuff. And but anyways, I was walking by, and the drill sergeant said, "Hey, come here, private." So I did. And he says, "I want to show these females some self-defense." And about that time, he took a punch at me, and I grabbed him, slung him on the ground. This guy didn't think that I was going to do anything. And I had my knee on his chest, and and he looked right at me. He said, "You can get off me at any time." So I got out, I helped him up, and he said, "There you go, ladies. That's how you do it." So. Well, it still looks ravishing, Bama. So. Bama is sunshine. You're right. So the light in the morning sunshine. Yeah. The bugle sticks. Yeah. I couldn't remember what they were called, but that's been so long ago. How it's been 35 years ago. 35 years ago. 36 years ago. 35 years ago. Yeah. See, I went in at, I signed up at the age of 16. I did weekend drills, bivouacs, summer camp. I did all that stuff while I was still in high school. And then I went and did the basic training in AIT, and 3 years was up. Goodbye. I had enough. But I would never, I would do it again. I would. But I just 3 years was enough, so. All right there, John, you have a great one, man. So. Yeah. I did the delayed entry program and signed up at 16, did all that. So one of you had to go down. That's right. I wasn't going to take a punch from him because this guy he outweighed me by 50, 60 pounds, so. Yes, I did give Big Steve your message. So, and I told him that you meant it, that, you meant it with your heart. So. I know you meant it. So. Excuse me. Like I said, I would do it again, but 3 years was enough for me. My brother was in, I think, for 12 years. So, and we were just in the National Guards, but I just didn't like the idea of telling me when and where and how much I could do. So, but if I did it again, and knew back then I was stupid. If I'd have done it again, I'd have just went, regular Army, got my 20 years in, 38 years old. Actually, I'd have been 36 because I started at the age of 16. But I could have went in at the delayed entry at 16. After AIT, I could have switched to the Army, so that meant I'd already been in for 2 years. Or at the age of 18, I'd already been in there for 2 years. I could have retired at the age of 36 with a nice pension and still had to get a good job. John did 13 years. You served 8 in the regular Army. Well, thank you guys for your service. I swear, thank you for your service. Yeah, you don't miss it, but it was an experience. I mean, I have all the utmost respect for all the military brothers and sisters. And I'm glad I done it too. Because it would have been something I would have missed out on. So that's how you went to college? There you go. The GI Bill? Well, there's a reason why, and there's a reason why. Um, if I wouldn't have done it, I would have never met Kathy. I would have never got married to her. I never would have had my kids, my grandkids. So, well, welcome back, Google. You don't have to be sorry to come back. The first 90 hours, anyways. There you go. 17 times. You finished on your own. Okay. He uh he goes on live with Mrs. Greenthumb all the time there in Bama. Well, I'm gonna have to get me a warm up. I gotta use the little boys' room. I'll be right back. You guys can got your certificate. Anyways, you guys feel free to talk about me until I get back, and then I can read all your comments and see how you really feel about me. So. Oh, there you go. Ready, set, go. There you go. Yeah, it's not what you know, it's who you know. She's out in the garage right now having a cigarette there, Mama. Who they blow? Yeah, that's right. Well, he did. He just went there. So. You're right. Basic training had to be mandatory for everybody. There you go. Mine's actually pretty good there, Bama. So. They voted for Rick with long hair. Yeah. I know, man. I gotta get mine done. I'm starting to look like the Shaggy DA. I gotta go down here to North Carolina, grab old Picker Rick, put him in a headlock, and start giving him a number one. That way you get it right down to the skin. Tight and tight. So. Well, that's pretty cool there, Bama. Yes. If you have a bitter tasting coffee, just a pinch of salt into the coffee maker when you're making it. Takes away the bitterness. Yep, give them a military cut. High and tight. I'll tell you guys about I've told you guys this story, but I don't know, some people probably haven't heard it. And then the bus cuts out there you go. Yeah. It's down here in Fort Jackson, waiting to get a haircut, okay? This guy come in. Now, if you're in the service, or you're going to the service, and you're going to start your basic training, would you or would you not go to the start of basic training with hair clear down to your hiney? I'm guessing no. You don't do that. Anyways, we're all standing in line, and here's this guy with these blonde locks clear down to his hiney. And he just thinks he's the prima donna of all things, you know, but he's in the service. So we're all standing in line, and I don't know if you guys don't know it, but that line moves pretty quick. Because you're in that chair about maybe a minute, minute and a half, and its haircut is done. It takes longer to knock the hair off your head than it does to cut it. So these guys have got them 15 horsepower clippers. just like that. One side's done. They hit the other side, then they go around and around and around, and then you're done. Well, anyways, this guy had hair clear down to his hiney. And he's standing in line. All of a sudden, these drill sergeants come walking up. Yep. They come walking up and said, "Man, aren't you a pretty private?" And you knew right then and there things was going to happen. "Come here, private." And they grabbed his arm and they led him back a little bit. And right now it's like 11:50. And he got closer to the door and they grabbed his arm and let him back a little bit. And right now it's about 11:57. Then they get him right to the door and it's almost 12 o'clock. They call him in. Yum, yum, yum. Come back after lunch, private. Now this guy's got racing stripes, you know. Now he's got to walk around for an hour like that until they get back from lunch, from mess. It was the funniest thing I ever seen in my entire life. So. But it was funny. It was hilarious. So, if you know what the Michigan Wolverine helmet looks like, that's what it looked like on his head. The stripes going back, you know, nice and tight, and then blonde hair. So, $2 haircut. He gave $2 to get a haircut. He got a mohawk. He had parked at 6 p.m. Oh, he had PT. He had PT at 6 p.m. with you? So. Oh, he had PT every 6 p.m. with the colonel. There you go. Yeah, I bet it was personal PT time. I used to be a driver, you know, during basic training. So I drive them around, you know. You get generals, colonels, whatever. You know, captains, Louis, whoever, they wanted a driver. So I drive them around. And I believe it's called the Tiger's Den, a bar. And it was for officers. And I had this general. And I drove him right up to there, you know. I get out, open the door for him. He gets out. And he says, "Park the car and come on in." I said, "I can't, sir." I said, "This is officers only." He said, "You see this?" I said, "Yes, sir." He says, "You come on in, and if anybody gives you any shit, you tell them to come see me." And I said, "Yes, sir." So I went in and sat at his table. I had a Dr. Pepper, and I watched him drink. I had people looking at me like, "What are you doing in here, boy?" And, you know, when I was sitting next to him, they didn't say a word. So, but, you know, that's the thing. If you got the brass, you can do whatever you want. So, a warrant officer. I remember signing a warrant officer's name like 10,000 times. Roger Litherwaite. Try spelling that. Yeah. I had to sign a bunch of forms that this guy was sending out to all over. And Roger Litherwaite. Man, my hands were so sore from signing that guy's name. I thought, wait a minute. I'm actually signing his name in cursive where it says signed Roger Litherwaite. I thought to myself, can I go to prison for this, for forgery? I'm thinking I can. So, yeah. Yeah, just go to the town and go pick up some fish in the street there, Picker. I'm sure there's fish all over the place. So, And the worst of it is you had to write Warrant Officer Roger Lithaway. Yeah, hell, you can probably use the net. You know, the worst of it is, um, you know, in these towns that that are flooded and there's a bunch of fish and stuff floating down the street and stuff. Where do you think those fish go? They get into the sewer system, and they clog that up because sooner or later they jam everything up. If your sewer system's like ours, your storm drains and stuff, ours in this town are only 10 inches. We don't have the big, tunnels that you can walk through like New York, but we have, they have the 10-inch storm drains and stuff. Well, you get some fish that go down them storm traps, and you get two or three of them. One gets kittywampus in there, and another one hits it, and it gets kittywampus, and all of a sudden now you've got a bunch of fish kittywampus in there. Now you've got where it's backed up and it's clogged. They can't get it out, so they have to come and vacuum everything out, and that happens. I remember when I was younger, we used to get, it rained so hard and the creeks would flood that it'd back up in the ditches. And you would be able to go gar fishing and everything else in the ditches. Go get you a gar hook and start gar hooking. Yeah, before bad weather. Summer's already over there. It was the first day of fall the other day. So now Ron, he's hoping for bad weather this winter. Fish go fishy heaven. Yeah, that's right. They go to fishy heaven. Ron's hoping for bad weather because he has a snowplow business. So he's hoping for 20 feet of snow. So, not all at once, 10 inches a night, or 5 inches a night for 50 nights. That way he gets paid 50 times to clean that parking lot. Bring it on. That's right. You go broke in Alabama, you're right. Years ago, I bought a street sweeper. I bought it from Waste Management. I had every intention of sweeping parking lots with it. It was a pretty good sized one. Weighed about 5,000 pounds. Had an Intercontinental 3-cylinder engine in it, or Continental 3-cylinder engine in it. Automatic transmission, had the bristle brooms and the drum broom and everything. Practically everything on this thing was brand new. The bad thing about it is the engine was blown. It had a hole in the engine, but it still ran. It would run good enough to, pull it up on a trailer or whatever. Well, I ended up getting sick, and I was sick for about 3 months. I missed work and everything. They thought I was having heart attacks. My chest was, would just get into a big knot. I would fall over, and I thought I was dying. They did several hundred tests on me, from nerve tests to, blood tests. I had, EKGs, everything. They couldn't find out anything wrong with me. But they did find out that I had a heart murmur, a whistling heart murmur, and I had an enlarged heart, and they thought maybe that was doing it. But it used to, I could just sit there and all of a sudden I go, oh, and I just double right over because it hurt so bad. So I missed like 3 months worth of work. Well, by the time I got healthy enough to where I could do anything, I went back there and I went to go pick it up, and it was gone. So I went in the office and said, hey, where's my street sweeper? Well, you never come back after it, so we junked it out. I said, I bought and paid for it. Well, we tried to get a hold of you, but we didn't know how to get a hold of you. I said, well, they ended up giving me my money back. But, that wasn't the point. I already lined up an engine and everything for it, so, but I figured if I could do, 5 or 6 parking lots a night with that, or 5 or 6 a week, that would be making good money, because I bought this thing for less than $1,000. The Continental engine I found for it was $300. I was going to do it myself, so I had less than $1,300 into this thing. And like I said, everything was like brand new on it. The brooms, the brushes, and everything was like brand new. The tires. What it was, they just blew the engine, and when you're a big corporation, instead of putting they would have put a $20,000 engine in it. Instead of doing that, they just decided to get rid of it and bought a brand new one. So, but I would have done that, 4 or 5 parking lots a weekend or whatever. Just go in there, make $50, $60 a parking lot, an extra couple $150, $300 a week. That's good extra money. That was back in the 92, 93, something like that, 94. That was good money. So, and every once in a while I see a street sweeper for sale, and I think about that. So, I actually have tried to buy a couple of ones that, they ride around inside the factories, because they're the same thing. And I did bid on one and I didn't get it, but, if I could get one, I think I'd do the same thing, Yeah, it blows the trash from one to the next one. You're right. A friend of mine, he's no longer with us, but he had one of the push ones that a push sweeper. And it was it had a motor on it, but you walked behind it and pushed it, and what it did is it swept everything up into a big dustpan, and once it got full, you dumped it out into the trash can, So, but sometimes he said sometimes that dustpan would weigh 50, 60 pounds. And I said, well, you just got to take the good with the bad, I guess. So I would think he'd just do a few swipes and then go dump it or whatever, but into the garbage can. But I never seen one like that. It was about the size of 2 lawnmowers put together. Had a big collection tray back there, and it had 2 handles on it. So when you pulled the collection tray out, the collection tray actually was like a pretty stout plastic, lightweight, and it had a reinforced metal flat frame around it, flat steel frame around it to hold it and keep it from bending. But it made it a lot lighter than having a steel tray down there. So that's right. When it gets to the inmates, highway, the inmates pick it up. We can't even get the inmates to do anything here. They're so damn lazy. The inmates at the prison, they can't get them to work out, doing any road work or anything like that. So. Now the county, the jail, what they do now is the county jail, instead of putting good morning, old Camp Ranch, good morning. Instead of putting you in jail for 90 days or whatever, they'll give you 45 weekends hard labor. So that's 90 days in jail, but you're not in jail. You go there at 7 o'clock in the morning. They work you, they give you a lunch, and they work you 8 hours, and then you get to go home. That way you serve your 90 days, but you work, and that's what they do. So. And they call it hard labor. Well, it's not hard labor because I've seen some of them they barely do anything. So. But, if I was going to do 90 days, that's the way I'd do it. 45 weekends, 8 hours a day. Good morning, dirty dog diggers. You are looking lovely as ever. Nice to have you here. Yeah, some of them they make spend the weekends, but if you're doing the hard labor, they let you go home because they don't want to pay for you to take a shower and all that other stuff, So, which is smart. They feed you lunch. They don't have to feed you dinner. They don't have to feed you breakfast. They bring up, a sack lunch for you. So 5 p.m. Friday to 8 p.m. or 8 a.m. Monday, yeah. But what they do is you got to be there at 7 o'clock or something like that, daylight, 7 o'clock, and they work you until 4 or 5 or whatever, and then they let you go home. I think it's 8 hours, I think. So, and then they let you go home. They feed you at lunch. They don't have to pay for breakfast. They don't have to pay for dinner. They don't have to pay to clothe you. They don't have to pay to wash your clothes. They don't have to pay for you to take a shower. So they save money. So they do, and they don't have to pay for you to use the bathroom or anything else. So that's all extra money they're saving. So, and that's the way it should be. That's the way it should be. If you got 90 days, they should make you just serve weekends, not continuously, but make you come in every weekend and do hard labor. What they consider hard labor. Get some stuff done. Shovel the snow for the elderly. Shovel the snow for the community centers. Shovel the snow. Huh? Well, yeah, no, but I'm saying instead of having you spend 90 days in jail, just make you do 45 weekends and do hard labor. And just think of all the money they'd save just on food cost, the shower cost, the washing their clothes, all that other stuff. Just think of all the extra money they'd save. So. There you go. That's pretty cool old camp. Hey, Nero, how are you doing? Nice to have you here. That's right. And, make it a part of their thing. Hey, while you're doing this, you can't go to the bar, can't do any of that stuff, So 45 weekends, that's almost a year that you can't even go to the bar, and then give them, a year's probation after time served. Had to spend 2 weeks every year in jail? For how long? A few years ago, I think about 20 years ago, some guys went up and smashed some pumpkins on some porch. They got caught. Cops were called. They were arrested. Pumpkins, jack-o'-lanterns, whatever. They went to court, and this judge had the wherewithal, the common decency, to make these people sit on this guy's porch from October 15th till November 1st, from dark till 6 o'clock in the morning, to make sure nobody smashed their pumpkins. And they had to do it for 5 years. That was pretty cool. Can you imagine sitting out there? And, they couldn't leave. So the thing to do is when you're doing that, make sure you dress for the occasion. Bring yourself a couple of thermoses of coffee. And Yeah. But that happened, I don't know, like 20 years ago. That was pretty cool. Sometimes humility is the best sentence. So, there was a woman in town. Her kid stole something from a store, and they wanted to press charges on him. Well, she went to court, and she told the judge. She said, "Your Honor, I would much prefer if you didn't do anything to him. Let me punish him, and I will prove my punishment." And he said, "How are you going to do that?" She said, "I'm going to make him stand at the courthouse sidewalk with a placard on, front and back billboard, saying, 'I am an idiot. I stole from this store. Honk if you read this. Honk if you support what my mother done to me.'" And that's what she did. And he did that for like 6 weekends. So. So. Uh, hey, um, I understand that junkyard completely. Where my dad worked, one of the owner's sons smashed like 22 mailboxes. So where my dad worked, they custom made all brand new mailbox poles and mailboxes. These mailboxes weren't your ordinary mailboxes. They were made out of, quarter-inch steel, so they couldn't be smashed again. And then his son spent the next 2 weeks installing brand new mailboxes, and then he spent the next year working in the factory to pay for them. So I don't know what they cost, but I'm sure they were a couple $100 a piece by the time that all the metal was fabricated and the doors and everything else. My dad had to make a bunch of them. Had to roll the steel and everything for them. So. The mayor's mother's mailbox. Well, you got to make sure when you're smashing mailboxes that you don't smash somebody important. All right, there, old Camp Branch. You have yourself a great day, man. Thanks for showing up. I appreciate it. I really do. There you go. So anybody got anything else they want to talk about? All right, there, Ian. How are you doing this fine morning? Well, after be actually, I think it's evening for you, isn't it? Or afternoon. Enjoy your lunch while you listen. That's pretty cool. I always enjoy you when you come in here, Ian. Oh, Rocky Brook, good morning. Nice to have you here. How are you feeling, man? You just got beans canned, green beans? I want to learn how to can kidney beans and chili beans and pinto beans and stuff. But they say there's an art to that because they give off gas, and you got to know what you're doing in order to can them. So, green beans, okay. So, um, for those that didn't see it, I did What the Walk Part 3. Um, used the walk last night to make. Um, I used beef stew tips. I fried them in the wok. I added a beef bouillon cube after it started to make its own gravy. I added some gravy mix, some beef broth, and some flour, salt, pepper, and garlic powder, and made a nice beef stew gravy. And we served it over rice or noodles. And guys, you got to watch the video. I mean, it was absolutely delicious. Yeah, in fact, we did a 3-day event, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday last week. And then on Saturday, I did an auction. And then on Sunday, I did um, a 50th year celebration of being in business. So we did 5 days just last week alone. And I have an auction to do tomorrow at a county building tomorrow down in Fulton County. So. And then the following week, I have an auction at a farm. The guy has got farm equipment, um, a bunch of farm toys still in boxes, a bunch of stuff. So, yeah, that's uh, Ian. That happens all the time. They unsub and they sub. They sub and unsub. It's YouTube that does it to you. Um, yeah, so it's not you, but it's a thing that happens with YouTube. It unsubs. If you don't watch their channel very often, if it's like every 6 months or something, it'll unsub you for some damn reason. I don't understand why, but it does. And it's YouTube gremlins, just like Junkyard said. So, welcome back, Kathy. Um, yeah, but somebody wanted to say hi to you. I'm trying to think who it was. Um, I can't remember. So. It might have been, but I thought it was somebody else. You were out having a cigarette when they said good morning. You were on the phone with your sister. Uh, I don't know. Might have been John Finkel. I don't know. Got to go paint 2 furniture. Okay. Oh, you're living in town now, aren't you? They're going to the flea market. Okay. Or the furniture's going in the flea market. That's funny. Okay. I don't know if he meant the goats are going to the flea market or if he's going to paint the furniture and take it to the flea market. Either way, he's taking something to a flea market. I like watching that flea market flip. I like watching that. Some good, interesting ideas. So I hope you get to feeling better, Rocky Brook. I really do, Ken. I hope you start to feeling better. Um, from what I can remember, he's having seizures, so he had to move closer to town to be next, closer to a hospital in case something happened. Yeah. Are you're in Missouri, right? There's a YouTube channel here. I can't remember the name of it right now. They sell a bunch of um, property in Missouri, and I've looked at it. If I could get her to move to Missouri, we'd move to Missouri and buy some property and put up a little house. Nothing fancy, 2 or 3 bedroom, not bedroom. Like a 20 by 20 house, something small. 1 bedroom, bathroom, kitchen, dining room, and living room, or whatever. A small cabin. All right, there, Ian. You have a great day, man. Don't work too hard. And they got some nice property down there. They got property with waterfalls on them and stuff like that. So, pretty cool. A sugar shack. There you go. That's right. So, that's what Kevin wants to do. He wants to buy one of them, 10 by 30 or something like that, or 10 by or 12 by 30 cabins, or, portable barns. And he wants to make it into a cabin that they're looking for some man down in Tennessee to do it with. So, because he wants to do it after um, he retires. So that's all he needs is a small cabin. You don't need much either. A couple acres, something to grow some vegetables on. A garden, raise some chickens. Don't anybody got anything else I want to talk about? We got about 45 minutes before I shut her down. Give me something to talk about. Right. You got to have everything ready before you go. That way, it's not so hard when you get there. So, thank you. I've had all the coffee I can stand for one day. That's my third cup. So, she's good. She's here. She's doing good. Lovely as ever. It's just a thong. Thong, the thong, thong, thong. So, Bama said we've all seen and commented on that cup. We've only seen the back side of it. I'm scared to ask to see the front side of it. So I showed her the front side of the cup. So, and Rocky Brook asked how you were doing. I said, you're doing good. You're as lovely as ever. Huh? She said hello to you there, Rocky Brook, in chat, but you probably didn't see it. So, huh? See? Front, back, front, back. So, what are they asking for at their junkyard? I see the Alaskan Bush people bought 400 acres on a mountain, so in Washington. That show must be kicking out some bucks, eh? Because, 400 acres. I don't know. I'm assuming, you know, at $2,000 an acre, it's $800,000. So, um, and now they're building a big 40 by 30 pole barn or something like that on top of it. And I know that isn't cheap. So they must, yeah, they must be cranking in the dough. Yeah. He brings in a bobcat. So he manages to barter for a bobcat, and they bartered for a trailer. Well, that's a pretty nice trailer they got. That's about a $12,000 to $15,000 trailer. So it's a pretty nice trailer. So what'd you barter for? Oh, I know what the barter was. I'll pay you cash for it. The bobcat, yeah, they bartered for the bobcat. So I wonder what the bobcat cost them. What they bartered for. Oh, we'll pay you cash for that too. Yeah, the show. You know, the show's giving them money. They have to be making a ton of money with that show because it's a popular show. I mean, I like it, but they're not as poor as you guys. You know what they want you to believe. They show you driving this old equipment, you know, old cars and stuff. But I bet you, truth be known, they've got nice cars parked someplace behind underneath a garage. So, you know, or in a garage. Sure, they might live, you know, the mountain way, and they might still live that way, but they're still going to have money. And you can't blame them for wanting to live that way because that's how they lived all their life. And it's, you know, it's cheap on them. So, plus they still got the land up in Alaska, Brownstown. I don't know what that's worth, but they got 27 acres up there. So, you know, 27 acres times 2,000 is $54,000 worth of land. That's on an average. I don't know what land goes for, but around here it's 2 grand an acre. Rednecks with paychecks. You're right there. You're right, junkyard. So, and I'm not cutting them down or anything. I think it's great, but you know, it is what it is, and it should be. You know, don't sit there and scream poverty or you know, got to barter for this and we barter for that and we barter when you're not really bartering, you're trading money, you know, cash. Yeah, everything nickel and dimes you to death. It does. So, when they bartered for that boat, you know, then they bartered for that skip or skiff or whatever you want to call it. So, then they give the boat away. I don't know what they did with the skiff. So, I don't think they were on YouTube. Um, I don't believe they were. So, but if they were smart, they would have a YouTube channel. Well, let's see if they have one. Great thinking, dog. Oh, well, I see Noah's getting married. Alaskan TV. Excuse me. Mm, well, they hmm, um well, they're all sorts of confabulated. Proof that the all right, there's Nikki Swift says proof that they're totally fake. Um, I guess Matt goes back to the detox center. That was just 19 hours ago. So I have no idea. So, but it is what it is. I mean, I watched the show. I like the show, but I do believe they're not as true blue as what they say they are. So, yeah, he's got 4 or 5 books out. All right, there, Picker. You have yourself a great day, man. I'm going to be off here at 9:30. I got some stuff to do, but if I can, I'll swing in and say hi. Right. So, so don't let my interpretation of the Alaskan Bush people sway your if you want to watch it or not, because like I said, I still watch it. I like it. You know, if 50% of it is true, then that's still 50% of it. So Grizz 270, good morning. Nice to see you here. 5:54 in the AM. Off-grid homesteader unwrapping our new basement. Um, yeah, Bear is quite possibly the most retarded, and I mean it in the sincerest way, dumbest person I had ever seen in my entire life. Um, I think the guy is actually should be one step away from being put, institutionalized. So, uh, TROUBL in the house. That's right. How is your eye, Grizz? Uh, Now, if you watch it, Bam, BAM, quite possibly one of the most arrogant guys I've ever seen. Thinks he knows everything. Nobody can tell him anything because he's already done it, seen it, knows how to do it. And what's really funny is he even tries to correct his dad. And sometimes, that goes over okay. But sometimes, enough's enough. If I was your old dad, I'd tell him on the screen or not. Sorry, don't tell me what to do. Watch. So, yeah, it's even Washington Bush, yeah, family. Even it's fake. So, well, even if it's fake old Camp Branch, you can still learn a lot from it because they're still giving you information, the real information, even though they're not doing it. They're still giving you real information or whatever. I like Alaska, the Last Frontier, or the other one that's up there. I like them because they actually live the life, and I can't remember the guy's Yule or whatever his name is. His daughter is actually Jade, the famous singer. So, and she's been on there a couple of times. So, they do live up there, and they do live that lifestyle. So, I watch it for the girls between rounds. There you go. So, well, you're probably right there, Grizz. Um, but it is entertaining. So, you're right. I completely understand their old Camp Ranch. Now, do you use solar power, old Camp? Yeah, Jewel. Yeah, Jewel. I'm sorry. Her name's Jewel. She's a famous singer named Jewel. Thank you, Dirty Dog Diggers. I'm not into, you know, that stuff, but her name is Jewel. So she sings part of the intro, and so does her dad. So you're on grid, but you have off grid equipment. Okay. Thanks for correcting me, Dirty Dog Diggers, in front of everybody. So, well, it's about that time again, guys. Mother Nature's calling. I have to go. I'll be right back. Go ahead and talk about me behind my back if you want. I know how you are. Trust me. I see it all the time. I can read.
Let's go get the cereal.
Okay. Uh, okay, your chance left. That's right. I'm a good old guy, Bam. And don't listen to him. And yes, I did wash them twice. It's bobby pins in my hair that you struggle with. That's right. No, it's not off centered. I'm off centered. So, hey, the pressure, you know. I know it's a pressure. So, so what do you think of wrestling and boxing? Or golf? Uh, golf. You know, I don't understand golf. Who in God's green earth would want to chase a little white ball around 200 acres, put it in the hole 18 times, and then drive up to the bar and get drunk? I don't understand that because I can drive right to the bar and get drunk without having to go through all that rigmarole. Why don't they? I don't understand. That's right. You need to straighten it. My head? Okay. My head's off center. Yeah, rich people want to be rich people. Yeah, I don't know. I've never seen the point of chasing that. I never seen the point of hitting a ball across the net. Bing, bong. What is all that love? 60 love? I didn't see 60 people down there showing love. 45 love? 30 love? I don't know. Crazy way of counting, I guess. And the other day, Serena Williams, she didn't show no love. Mm-hmm. The old princess of tennis got knocked off her throne and she couldn't take it. Somebody was better than her. So, you know, oh well. I thought it was funny arguing with the with the chair judge, then slamming her because her it sat right there and watched her coach. You can't coach in tennis while they're doing a tournament. You cannot coach them. And he was coaching. He was basically telling her what to do with hand signals. So they caught him. So they give her a point. Well, then she got mad about that and slammed down her tennis racket and, I mean, shattered it. So they give her another point. Then she argued with the chair judge and they give her another point. And she got mad. Oh, she got mad. So I don't understand it either. And then they get all upset and everything when you use your golf carts for bumper cars. What's wrong with that? It's not like you're on the road. All right, pool tables aren't far from the drink either. Now, pool I can understand. Hit the ball into the pockets, go get a beer. That's it. You don't have to walk too far. Sometimes you don't even have to walk at all. You just say, yo, bring me a beer. And they hot foot one right over to you. Yeah. Yeah, they hate it when you tear up the sod, you know. Then they leave a rake in that sand. They want you to rake your own damn sand. I'm not doing it. That's what you get paid for. Get Escobar out there and have him rake it for you. You know, I'm not doing it. That's sort of like the self checkouts at the stores. Unless I'm in an absolute hurry and got to get out of there, I don't use them. So, yeah, they hate it when you do donuts. Yeah, yeah, they do. But it's funny, you know, what you do there, junkyard, is you take the golf cart into the sand trap, and then you start spinning its tires so you bury it right there in the sand trap. And then you rake all the dirt around it after you get done so there's no footprints. And say, I don't know, I was just sitting there golfing, all of a sudden the thing took off and landed in the sand trap. So. Or just let the golf cart go into the pond that's always out there. That's funny. All right there, Bama. So. Yeah, they kind of get upset when you're spinning your tires with a dirt bike too. So we have 2 golf courses in this. Well, we got 3 in this county. One's in Morenci, and one's in just south of town. And there's another one. No, there's 4. There's another one just west of town. And then there's one north of town. Well, the one north of town, the hospital bought. And the hospital's putting a new hospital there. So let's get this straight. You buy a multi-million-dollar golf course. You don't make it a golf course no more. So now you put a hotel or a hospital there. So you're already buying something that's way overpriced to begin with because it's a golf course. They'd have been better off to buy land on the other side of it, which was a field, a cornfield. They could have got it for $2,000 an acre. They wouldn't have had to do they still have to do the same groundwork they got to do there, but they'd have saved, I don't know, they'd have saved a couple $1 million just on the price of the golf course, just on the price of the land. Doesn't make any sense, does it? And now they're closing down the YMCA here in town, and they're going to build a YMCA on the same property as a hospital because that way it gives the doctor some place to go do, their physical, physical therapy, but I mean, so they can go, go work out. Yeah, if they can't check out, they don't want your dollar. That's right. The dollar store is a lot faster. Well, no, not necessarily, because the other day I was at the dollar store. They had 2 employees there. One running in the cash register and one putting away stuff. And there was like 50 people standing in line to check out. Finally, some old woman yelled out, "Hey, ain't you got anybody else that can check us out? Because I'm not going to stand here forever." Finally, the woman that was putting away stuff come out and started another cash register line. Well, yeah, there's like 50 people standing in line to pay for this stuff. I mean, and the reason why the holdup is because some woman decided when she went to the dollar store she needed to buy like $150 worth of stuff. So And they'll take your dollar like it's smoking hot. You're right. So I think the most me and Kathy's ever spent at the dollar store in one time was like 65 bucks. But that was about 5 or 6 months ago when me and you went in there, remember? Yes, you were, because we bought a bunch of stuff. I'll be right back. Yeah, because we bought plates, cups, napkins, all that other stuff. You bought I bought 3 or 4 packages of that jalapeno cheese. We bought pot stickers. Remember, we bought about 10 or 12 packs of those pot stickers. Some other stuff. It was a bunch of stuff. Factor Port pot stickers. If you guys like pot stickers, they have good pot stickers there. What I do with them is I put them in a frying pan with a little bit of water and steam them. And then once the water's gone, I pull them out, put oil in there, get the oil hot, and then I will fry them. When them other necks get their paychecks, that's right. So. Well, no, because the land actually next to that golf cart is zone commercial, because they got it up for sale, and it says zone commercial right on, big billboard right in the very part of it. It's zone commercial agricultural. So. There you go. Don't let me find it. Yeah. Are you done eating? Okay. Gretchen, finish eating. Yeah? Okay. They're eating, I don't know, I've never seen the cereal before, but it's chocolate donut cereal. And it looks pretty cool. So I see Frosted Flakes has got chocolate Frosted Flakes now. So. It's a while till Easter. Yeah. So we got a few more minutes. Anybody want to talk about something in general? Give me a subject, somebody. Oh. I do when I get off in here. Like I said this morning, I don't know if a lot of you guys were here or not, but I got to take my air line out of, from my air compressor, go downstairs and take my air nozzle down there. And I don't know whether I've got a bunch of lint or something that's trapped in the lint trap, because the signal on the dryer says lint trap is, clean out lint trap. So I think there's probably some lint or something that's caught on one of the sensors down there. So I'm going to take the air nozzle down there, blow it all out, and see what happens. And if it doesn't work, I guess I'll take the gas axe down there and cut it open and see what's going on. But I don't know. It should work. I don't know. I got to check and see how easy it is to take the panels off. They said, might check your temperature. The temperature control gauge doesn't work. It doesn't light up. And I don't think it's ever lit up. So and then they claim that could be the problem. I looked it up on the internet. They say that can be the problem. Usually, just clean it and it works. But um, you know, but they also claim it is the lint uh, screen just clogged or so when I take it down here and blow it out, hopefully that cures it. I thought maybe because the vent tube that comes out the back, I thought maybe that was clogged or whatever. So I checked that last night. And the vent tube comes out, then it's got to go up 6 feet and then go out. It goes out the basement or out the top of the basement. So I don't know if that was having a hard time doing that or not, but I got to get that working. I'm not rambling on. I'm just trying to fill in 13 minutes or all 12 minutes now.
Well, Grandma wants to talk about the apartment thing, Laura.
Oh. All right. What would you like to talk about?
She told you, Mommy.
I did. Well, if you could get somebody to buy your land and do that, that would be great. If they would let them worry about the zoning, because that's what they do. But if you got 5 acres and it butts up to any kind of field or anything like that, why don't you talk to the farmer? I don't know where you live at, but if you butts up to any field or something like that, talk to the farmer and see if the farmer would like to, rent that 3 or 4 acres that you have extra right there and put it into, agriculture. So. It is Kenmore. So, but that's what I would do. I mean, even if you didn't move, if you could, if you had a farmer that's, that had farmland butt up to your property, and you didn't want to mow the 5 acres, have him take some of it and rent it from you. So. No, it's Kenmore, whatever. Yeah, I don't know what it is. It's a Kenmore. I know that. So. Yeah. Okay. So it's a. Hmm. I don't know. I guess you could just mow a certain part of it and let that part grow up. So it's like a divider between your land and the neighbor's land, unless you got a zoning that says you got to have it down to 4 inches or whatever. There's a couple of towns around here that, if your grass gets over 4 inches, they can actually give you a ticket. So. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking there, junkyard. So. That's going to take the air hose down there. I'm going to blow it through where the lint trap is first, and because that's where the sensor's got to be, right around there, because they claim it's the same thing between the sensor and the lint trap, so it's got to be somewhere right there. So, and I guess if I have to, I'll take the back off of it and see what's going on. Clean it all out and. So. You're right. They just sold the school property down the street from us, and we were supposed to all go there on a certain day and talk to the guy, talk to the principal of the school, because they tore down the school, if you remember. And I don't know who bought it, but from what I understand, and this is what I just heard, I can't confirm it or not, but it's they want to put marijuana there, make a facility to grow marijuana, and that ain't gonna happen. I'm sorry. So. Right. You lived there 15 years, never met any of your neighbors. So. Well, yeah, it does. It does heat up, but then it does heat up, but it shuts off. Hey, it does heat up, but it does shut off. Uh, and that's the thing with it. When it does shut off, it just says E1. So I checked the code on the computer, on the internet. It says E1 says lint trap or thermostat, so or thermal control. So. Chris and Claudine Panna, how are you doing? Nice to have you here. I'm only going to be on for the next 5 minutes, but I'm glad to see you here. So, right. Yeah, they're singing Nana Boo Boo. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. But she's still eating. That's why I told her to, Nana went in there and talked to her, get done eating. So, the other one's already ate. So, it's probably 5 or 6 years old. I can't remember, but yeah. It what? Yeah, it sings when it's done or whatever, but it's a newer one. Uh, it's 5 or 6 years old. It's digital. I mean, it's got the LED lights and everything on it. So. Oh, you're talking about okay. So. I'm sure the insides are just the same. It's just all computerized. So, but you just finished breakfast? Well, what did you have? I gotta go down there and work on that, and then when I get up, or get back up here, I'm gonna make some biscuits for the bride and me, and some sausage gravy. Oh, you don't want biscuits? All right. You haven't had anything that new? Well, I didn't buy it brand new either. There, junkyard. My wife actually bought it. Huh? It wasn't brand new yet. I think she gave $75 for it or something like that. So I could show up and give them my objection. There you go. But it's I've had I can't even remember how many washers and dryers over the last 36 years, but I do know um, she flat wore out a couple of sets of washers and dryers when the kids were growing up. Flat wore them out, man. So in 1 year, I replaced a stove, refrigerator, washer, dryer, and a water heater, all in the same year. So. Yeah, they do work good. So, unless you live in Oklahoma with a dust storm coming, then they don't work so good. All right, everybody, it's 9:30. It's 9:29. I gotta go. Um, y'all have a great day. God bless. Um, prayers and peace to all of you. And remember, I won't be here tomorrow, so I'll probably be here. I will be here Sunday. Y'all have a great day. Stay safe, and we will see you Sunday. No.